What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Now, if you're a music producer like me, you know how important it is to create good content for social media. So today, I'm going to share all the tools that I use to create my social media content in 2024. Everything from my video setup to editing softwares, my planning tools. I'm going to cover the whole thing. So let's get into it. First up, let's talk about the video setup. Now, lighting is crucial. Like, I'm using this ring light that I got for cheap online for like 20 or 30 bucks. And it's perfect for just illuminating and highlighting like my face in this case, or if I want to, highlight my keyboard whenever I'm playing something or products. I also have this key light behind my speakers if I want some more light, but 99% of the times I'm actually just relying on my ring light. Now, I will add that I'm not a videographer, so I'm not professional at this. I'm a music producer first. That's where my specialty is, but just to make my content look a bit nicer, this is what I think works good for me. All right, also, I have this ambient light in the background, which is just a LED strip going around my shelf right here. And without it, this is what it looks like. So it kind of loses the vibe a little bit. So I would definitely recommend an ambient light, something in the background just to set the mood a little bit. For my camera, I'm using the Sony CV-E10 together with the Sigma 16mm lens. And it's a combination that I picked up by just watching some review videos on YouTube. It's kind of a budget setup, not too expensive, but it's not the cheapest either. But it has 4K and good video quality, especially for making content for social media. Now for the different stands, I use a tripod for up-close shots, because it keeps the camera steady and ensures I can record footages and takes like this one right now, because that's what I'm using at the moment. And for full body shots, I'm using this camera stand right here so I can film myself when I'm playing something on the keys or just recording my whole studio setup. Now that's everything on my video setup. Now I do want to say, if I would have to recommend something to buy first, if you're just starting out, I would definitely put my money on lighting, because the cameras can only do so much. I mean, look at this footage without the lightings that we just mentioned. Pretty bad. So yeah, definitely get some lighting first. All right, when it comes to recording my voice, yeah, you could probably already see it. I'm using the Shure SM7B, which I'm sure you've seen a lot of other content creators using, because it has that podcast radio type of sound, which works pretty good on social media content as well. Also, if you don't have an acoustically treated room, just like me, it doesn't pick up too much of that room noise or background noise, which is actually one of the main reasons I picked this up in the first place. Let's get into the softwares now. So when it comes to screen recording, I'm using ScreenFlow, which I think is Mac only, but there's other alternatives out there like the OBS, which is a very popular software as well. But for me, ScreenFlow fits perfectly. I think it's easy to use, and I think the quality comes out really good as well. So ScreenFlow for when I'm making any content where I have to show something on screen. All right, when it comes to editing my videos, I'm using Final Cut Pro. I think it's just a very solid software. It gets the job done, and I've used it since day one, so I'm quick at it and I know it so well that it just speeds up my workflow. Only feature that I'm missing is actually for subtitles. There's a plugin for it, but it's not as good as other softwares that I've tried, which leads me into the next tool that I'm about to mention, which is CapCut. I think the voice recognition AI is much better than a lot of other softwares, including Final Cut Pro. So this is where I do my subtitles, even my covers for my Instagram posts. So I edit my videos in Final Cut, export it, import it into CapCut, and then I do the subtitles. And when I'm on the go, just do the same thing, export the video from Final Cut, send it to my phone via AirDrop, and just get the subtitles done in the app version of CapCut. All right, so that's that on the videos. Now, planning is key if you want to be consistent creating content. So for that, I'm using Notion, which is a great application if you want to stay organized. Now, this is where I write down all my ideas, manuscripts, my to-dos, I plan out my content. So basically everything that helps me stay organized, I have that in Notion. So definitely a tool worth mentioning. All right, this next one is not necessarily something that you use every day, but it's definitely worth a mention because it's a great content source. And that is our very own tool, LALAL.AI. And I often use it to separate stems so I can make remix videos or mashups, which is pretty good content to post because it's usually appreciated as well. And now it also allows you to convert your own vocals to sound like other famous artists with this new AI technology, which you can be really creative with and make some really fun content with. Next, we have another great website called Pexels for free images and videos. It's just a great resource for finding high quality stock footage, so you can use those images and videos in your content without having to worry about any copyright claims or anything like that. Also, if you put out music on streaming platforms, you can use those images to make any album covers as well, which is also really great. And finally, ManyChat, which is an Instagram automation tool, and I use that quite a lot. I think it's great. I can offer things to my audience in exchange for a comment on my post or reel, even a DM reply, and instead of them having to wait for me to manually send over a link or whatever it is I'm offering. They get it right away, and it just speeds some things up a bit, which I think is just really, really helpful. And there you have it. That's the gear and all the tools that I use as a music producer to make content in 2024. Now, I'm not saying this is the best setup or the best workflow in the world. I just want to show you what I'm using to make my content. Maybe you can pick something up. And of course, I'm always looking to improve. So guys, if you have any suggestions on tools I should check out, or you just want to share your own workflow, please do in the comments. I would love to read it. Still, I hope you found this video helpful. And if you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on upcoming videos. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.